So that's why I used to tell people that sometimes, most times, it's not just about you getting a very cheap agent or very affordable agent. It is the agent that will pay attention to your work. So if you go and meet an agent and you want to apply for tourist visa or any visa, and it gives you basic requirements like international passports, passport photograph, just know that you're already on your way to visa denial. Yeah, because before anybody is able to give you documentation for tourism, they have to know everything about you, your family size, your job, your work, if you're a student, if you're this, all of that. And they have to like customize those lists to your preference, so to your condition, a bit to your decision. So there is no size fit all, right? So if you're going for tourism, for tourist visa, aside all those countries, I'm talking about top tier countries, make sure you look for an agent that pays attention to details and will not just give you generic requirement. For example, now somebody working in the bank and somebody working in NNPC, both of them, they want to go on tourist visa. Do you know that they might likely deny the person working in NNPC and approve the one going that is actually a banker? Do you know that? So sometimes it's not about you having plenty money in your account. You can have plenty money in your account and still deny you. Do you understand? So I get these questions asked a lot, especially because I actually have a tourist visa package. People actually ask me, or prospective clients actually ask me, does travel history actually matters? Like, if you have travel history, do you have chances of getting your visa approved, especially to top tier countries like USA, Canada, Australia, and all of that? So let me be truthful with you guys. Let me be sincerely truthful. The truth is, the answer is yes and no. So yes, in the sense that majority of people, not like majority, okay, sure, some people, like when you see somebody that went through to Canada tourist visa, Kinecon tourist visa, sometimes, most times, they actually have a previous travel history. But no, because there are a whole lot of people that they actually have travel history. They apply to Canada, they apply to Australia, and regardless, they still get denied. So travel history or not, it does not really have like an impact in your visa application, in as much as it's going to be an added advantage, in quotes, to like buttress your application, but it is not compulsory. It is not a criteria for having tourist visa for Canada and Australia. And that's because another thing is, people that has travel history, maybe they've been to so many countries, they kind of feel relaxed. They feel like, oh, I have travel history, and they go and apply, they still get denied. So what is the most important thing? In as much as I don't really want to give you the secret of everything, because it's a secret of somebody's business, you get. I allow your agent to do it for you, because I've seen some of you say, you got denied for tourist visa, and So the thing is, sometimes, even when you want to apply yourself, sometimes you just go online, you just go to an Australia website or Canada website, requirement for tourist visa and everything, and they just give you the basic requirements. Like I used to say, when it comes to immigration or submitting your visa application, you don't go with the requirement the embassy post on their website. Especially if you're Nigerian, you have to go further more. And another thing is, for example, if you have two twin brother, this one and this one, and they are both going on tourist visa, there is one that he or she, two twin brother, okay, there's one that his application will even be more than the next person. This is me trying to say visa application is individual based. It is not generic, and any consular that is considering your application is going to consider it based on individual, not like general. In as much as there's general requirement, yes, there's actually general requirement you have to certify, and there's also specific requirement. So when you go to Canada website to go and check requirements for tourist visa or Australia, those are the general requirements. If you just follow it and you have a defect, they will obviously deny you, whether you have travel history or not. So when it comes to tourist visa, the things that are most important, they are you should go and look for it yourself, or you can tell your agent today, because I cannot let my secret. But there are so many factors you have to certify this thing. And then another thing is yes, it's my business, because some of you, well, you people see Shaggy on this channel because you feel like, why are you charging too much? And your service charges can come to yes. So what I'm going to say is your travel history does not matter. So the thing is, when you want to write your SOP, you come out plain. Email travel view, email travel view by a good person. I'm a clinical. So you don't allow the consular to find that himself, abi or self, abi himself, abi she self, all the self that is in thing. So you have to come out plainly and center your SOP around the fact that you have not traveled before, but then, in as much as it's going to be your first time, you promise, you swear to God, like you hold your breath that you're gonna come back. And it's not just by writing SOP. There are a lot of documents that you have to like use to back up your claims. Yep. There are a lot of documents and requirements to back up your claims, and they actually called it proof to home types. Yeah, that is one of the major reasons they actually deny people their tourist visa and not travel history. It is actually proof to home type. So whether you have plenty travel history or not, if the embassy or the consular is not, what's that word, is not certified with your proof to home ties, my dear, you know they go anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So you have to, so in your application, some of the keywords to actually consider are, well, I don't know, it's plenty, but like I said, it's only people that, that's one of the things I charge for 300k service charge. I cannot come and be telling you, but this is just me saying that travel history or not, it doesn't have any effect in your tourist visa application. What matters most is the person that is applying for you, the person will lie for you, and then your supporting documents. And that's why I said for tourist visa, right, there's a document that they actually had to ban Nigerians for, and then you have to pay for, and clinical and all of that. So if you know you want to go on tourist visa, you're interested, my dear, hold your money, send me a mail, send me a DM. As at when I'm making this video, single person for tourist package is 2 million naira. Everything added together, 2 million naira. And like I know there are so many agents that actually do it for cheaper fee. Yeah, I know. So it's those people that used to make you people shocked in naira. So like I used to say, in as much as I can give you so many agents that does this thing for free, yeah, there are a whole lot of them, they charge very cheap money, 100k, 200k. But trust me, if you go to that agents, they will make you shop ban, no, not really ban, denier. And that's because they care about only the quantity of people, because they feel like if they take 100k from like 10 people, that's 1 million naira. That's what matters to them. So they don't pay attention to individual differences. Like I used to say, when you go on their website or say, and what do you need for tourist visa, they'll just say international passport photograph, bank statements, and that's it. My dear, if you submit that, just be preparing yourself, like be drinking chilled water and be waiting for your visa denial. So like I said, visa application, whether work, whether tourist, is individual based, and there is general requirement, there is specific requirement. So regardless of, depending on the condition you actually find yourself, you have to make sure to prove yourself to the home office that you're a law, you're a good person. And even in as much as you are to add so many documents to prove yourself, you must not add too much, because if you add too much, that is another red flag. They'll be like, why are you over proving yourself? So you just have to be in the middle. Don't leave any room for any pothole for them to suspect that but then even at that, do not overprove yourself. You know, most of these white people, they are kind of psychologists. I think those people that work in consular office, they're kind of psychologists, right? So they know. So don't overprove yourself, do not underprove yourself, just be at the middle. But like I said, travel history or not, it does not matter. So what people actually get wrong is their SOP, supporting documents, proof to home ties, and then another thing is bank statement. In as much as when you go on the website and then you check what's the proof of fund for tourist package, you see like maybe 3 months, 6 months, and then a particular fee. Do you understand what I said? Let me do my hair way so that I can face you people. For example, if you go on Canada website or Australia website and check their bank statement requirements for tourist visa, you see maybe 3 months, 6 months for a particular fee. But what most people do not know is that Even if you put that money in your account, and you don't do X plus Y, you still have chances of getting denied. And that's because there is a like I said, I had to do my research to notice. So how the research I did, I found it on Google. You can go and do it yourself, because some people have said that my service charge is too much, it's too clinical. So I'll just come and be talking. The only information I come and be giving you guys now is general information that everybody knows. You see all those special specific ones, I keep it to myself and my prospective clients. You understand? So like I was saying, people that actually go for agency that actually charge like 100k, what they care about is the number of people that will apply, right, and not the distance of approval. But me, that I charge like 300k service charge, obviously before I get customer, you go see. And now with total package and the agent I'm using, that's 2 million naira, you go see. So in that way, you see the ones that we have in a blue money will actually pay attention to you. So that's why I used to tell people that sometimes, most times, it's not just about you getting a very cheap agent or very affordable agent. It is the agent that will pay attention to your work. So if you go and meet an agent and you want to apply for tourist visa or any visa, and it gives you basic requirements like international passports, passport photograph, just know that you're already on your way to visa denial. Yeah, because before anybody is able to give you documentation for tourism, they have to know everything about you, your family size, your job, your work, if you're a student, if you're this, all of that. And they have to like customize those lists to your preference, to your condition, a bit to your thing. So there is no size fit all, right? So if you're going for tourism, for tourist visa, aside all those countries, I'm talking about top tier countries, make sure you look for an agent that pays attention to details and will not just give you generic requirement. For example, now somebody working in the bank and somebody working in NNPC, both of them, they want to go on tourist visa. Do you know that they might likely deny the person working in NNPC and approve the one going that is actually a banker? Do you know that? So sometimes it's not about you having plenty money in your account. You can have plenty money in your account, they will still deny you. Do you understand? So that's why I said no size fits all. And that's because the person working in a bank is able to realize a capacity, a capability, if that's the right word, and then he or she is able to tailor the thing. But then somebody working in NNPC feels like money day you get submit bank statements, So that's another thing. And then another mistake common mistake people used to make is when they were doing tourism, right? You know that when you're filling the form, they will ask you that. They will ask you something. So people used to, instead of what is what I'm talking? I've not done one before, but me, I just made extensive research, and the thing is, how I'm able to know much about this is people that maybe come to my day, they say that this one was denied. I knew about this, right? So when people ask to tell me that their visa was denied, I say, send me your denial letter or anything. That's the reason I keep saying, I say, not like Shibuto, I was saying, this is it. So 98% of time, or 99%, just say 98%, because I built this channel 98%. People that approach me that they have visa denial, right? It's always these reasons that I know about that I'm charging money for. It's always the reasons. Always the reason. Even people that were denied for Canada, when they sent me their denial letter, is it that this, is it that this? So that's it. So that is why, if you can curb those reasons, they don't have any reason to deny you. So whether travel history or not travel history, what matters the most is your documentation. Who is doing documentation for you? And then another thing is, make sure you don't use fake documents. And then another thing is, in as much as the embassy requests you to submit your bank statement, right? A country like Canada and maybe Australia, I don't really advise bank statements. Yep, I don't advise bank statements. Yes, because if you use normal bank statement that you go to the bank, they will stamp, and use for Australia or Canada, I think you're on your way to visa denial or visa delay. And that's because Canada and So in that view, instead of bank statement, there is an alternative that is available in the bank that you can actually use to replace the bank statement. What is the name of this alternative of bank statement? Like I said, this bank statement is replacing the bank statement, right? It's replacing the normal bank statement. There is one that it is more viable for you to use when doing your application. If you're tourism or anything, it is more preferable rather than the generic bank statement. And what is the name of this alternative? It is called go and pay your service charge 300k. If you go online to go and find it, God have helped you, you know. And if you do not find it, God has also helped you. And if you go and meet all those MJK agents and your visa was approved, God have helped you. And if you go and meet them and it was denied, God has also helped you again. But as for me as my household, what I'll do on this channel is to just tell you general information, the things I see and everything. But you see all those special ones that I climb, I cross over 99C, 799 rivers to go and do. I'm not gonna do it for free. Say if you have any issue with this, like I said, did not block you on Google. You have internet, you have data. Go access it. Go access it. You understand? Anyways, this is what we guys the end of today's video. So like I told you, travel history does not matter. What matters most is the person doing your documentation. So guys, this is what we guys the end of this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.